No man likes to be controlled by a woman, not because it kills your autonomy, but because it does not leave you any room to be the man in your relationship. And here's the truth. It's not the woman's fault that she's controlling. No woman wants to be controlling. She's deep down and secretly hating to feel the need to control. The, the truth is, you didn't step up leading. You didn't make her feel safe at some point. She most likely even communicated, but you ignored what she is saying because you dismissed it as not important. You were busy with your work. You didn't see the impact it causes until the controlling got so severe that you forgot when and why she started to be controlling. And once a woman is controlling, there's not much room for you as a man to step up unless you start shifting the real cause, the root of the problem. Some men let the women control, but here's the truth. If a woman controls, she's going to slowly decrease attraction to you because she cannot relax. It's not her fault that she's controlling, you're not leading. I say this again because some men don't want to have the truth. It's not her fault that she's controlling, you're not leading. Because when you are leading as a man, she's going to relax. I had a client whose woman decided, he's a photographer, and his woman decided who he is allowed to photograph, who's he allowed to post, and who not. He did what she said, but of course she lost attraction because she was the leader. She was giving the containment. And if you, as a man, give the container of the relationship, you're going to feel much more in control, and the woman is not going to control. We only do it to compensate the lack of the masculine energy. But society labels controlling as insecure or not good or whatever, so you hesitate stepping up. And when a woman starts disallowing or allowing you what to do and what not to do, you do not start to fight it. That makes it only worse, and it makes you positioning as not knowing what to do, and you don't get grumpy about feeling controlled or disrespected. It's not an act of disrespect. She doesn't know what else to do. She's trying to compensate the lack of masculine energy in the container in the relationship. And when you set boundaries, you don't wait. Once you set boundaries and you realize your woman is relaxing, you start leading. It's like me telling my dog, don't go to this bush. Then he stops, looks at me, and waits for a direction. He waits for a command what to do next. But I just stand there and don't do anything. Then, of course, he's going to go to the bush again, because the only message she receives, okay, I'm not allowed to go into the bush, but what else am I supposed to do? And containment means setting boundaries, how you want your relationship to function. If you don't set boundaries, a woman has to set boundaries, because one person has to set the container of the relationship, how it's going to work and where it's going to lead. It's like me letting my dog go anywhere and everywhere and do whatever he wants. Of course, he's not going to respect me. The issue often men feel is not that they want respect or they demand respect. Respect is a byproduct of leadership. It's a byproduct of containment. It's a byproduct of making your woman relaxed. You don't demand respect. You behave in a way that gives you naturally respect, in a way that you do at your business, and you already know how to lead. You know how to set container and a structure, and you just have to translate this into your relationship. That's how you get a relaxed woman. Because believe me, No woman wants to be controlling, and you're going to see it in her jaw, you're going to see it in her tension, and at some point, she's just going to be more and more masculine. I like how Osho said it. Once a woman drops into her masculine energy because she doesn't use it so often, she's going to get sharper than 10 men can be sharp, because men use their masculine energy every day, but a woman uses more her feminine energy, and once she drops into her masculine, it's a full force package of masculine energy, and then you fight who's the leader now and who not. This is not how it works. You don't fight leadership. You don't have a power struggle. It's not about power. It's about setting a container. And if you want to learn how to do this, that's why I built a self-led immersion that is up on my website. And I had a client, he was questioning, he didn't like that his girlfriend was always having, I take his phrase and words, half of her boobs out. So he set a boundary about her not wearing half of her boobs out all the time. Then he was later questioning if he's insecure or if she stopped doing it just because he said it. Once you set a boundary, don't question if she's only doing it for you. No woman is going to follow a boundary if she doesn't want to. Once you set it, just accept it and allow it that you're the leader and feel this leadership energy instead of questioning, because that pushes you back again in not knowing how to lead and makes you indecisive. Second, you don't need to question if you're insecure about something you don't like. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, it makes you feel uncomfortable. You don't like it about some internal intuition, and most likely it's right, because my personal belief, I don't understand either why a woman has to have her boobs half out, except she needs validation. And if she shows the whole society that she needs validation, it speaks volumes that she's not getting enough validation from you, and you should be the only man who gives her validation that she doesn't feel the need getting from other men. So what I'm saying, once you set a boundary about a certain topic you want, you have to infuse what's needed in order for her to long-term accept a boundary. For example, if you don't want your woman to talk to any other man, and she's okay with this, you have to become her best friend. And that means you have to be able to hold her emotions. But most guys struggle when it comes to the woman they love to listen to her emotions and to be there for her like a friend. But if you don't see this, she can't starve alone and stay alone without having anyone to talk about her feelings if you don't allow it, but you're still not there. This is you can't set boundaries without giving what's needed. Do you see? That's like constantly just punishing and correcting a dog, but that makes the dog not feel good. You have to give the dog treats in order to make him feel rewarded and nourished and to follow you. Because fear-based leadership is only going to lead to control as well. Because when your woman feels fearful around you and around your leadership and how you lead, she can't relax. Nobody can relax fully into fear. Leadership has to be grounded from your inner knowing, where you're going, what you want, what's your container, what you tolerate, what you do not tolerate. You have to be so anchored in this that you do not second guess yourself and don't question yourself, but lead your relationship, not just yourself, not your woman, but your relationship. And that is when control dissolves.